Big D, 8-Ball Aitken, what do you think of the minute you hear that name?
A great night out, a guitar picker, a guitar made of anything.
We've got 8-Ball with us right now. How are you going, 8-Ball?
Hey, I'm really good, thanks.
I'm just having a look at your tour. You've got the Swamp Blues tour at the moment in Australia. You're going all over the countryside and you're going to be back down our way here on July the 13th. You've only got the one show on the July the 13th, but get this, Darren. July the 14th, we've got 2 shows. July 21st, another 2 shows. That's just here in Queensland. How do you do 2 shows a day so close together?
I keep pretty relaxed. I just love what I do. As long as your heart rate stays chilled out and you're enjoying yourself, I keep going as long as I can.
Now, you've just been up in the Northern Territory. You're heading your way down here to Queensland. We've got the first one in Queensland, as I said, the 13th of July is in the Fortitude Valley. And then we're down the Gold Coast, over to Beenleigh, and then out to Moggill and Kenmore. People going down to those, you said, like to chill out. Is that the sort of atmosphere we're going to get at all these venues? Or do you mix it up at each one?
Some of the gigs are different. I mean, my bass player, he's on a cruise in the Caribbean, so my brother's been playing with us. And he plays the bass with his left hand and does the organ bits with his right hand. He's pretty talented.
Whoa.
So, and my new drummer Nico, he's just in the groove. So the band's been pretty funky for these gigs on this tour. And Dazzle will be back with us again when he gets off a cruise boat. And so we'll see if my brother stays in the band too. But it's been really cool. We're playing the Greaser Bar, and that's a Friday night in the Valley, and that gets a bit pumped up. But the Blues Festival in Southport on Saturday is going to be a chilled out, groovy thing, and then that B&S ball at the Beenleigh Tavern on Saturday.
Well, they always go crazy.
Yeah, I think so. I think I've got so many songs now. I'm on to my 10th album, the Swamp Blues. So we play the right songs for the right gig and the right vibe, and see if we can hit the bullseye, with the right vibe.
How long did it take you to get from doing mix of yours and covers to just your covers?
Yeah, I started writing my own songs when I was a kid, but it wasn't till I was in the year 2000, I started really pushing my originals, and by 2003, I was 100% original act.
Wow.
So that's been 15 years of making a living, just singing my own songs, and I'm so glad I drew the line and just said I'm an original act. And when you've got enough confidence that your music is just as entertaining and just as much fun and just as good for a gig as a cover, that's when you're onto something that you can really believe in and promote. And I just encourage people to keep pushing those songs and keep writing and keep doing whatever it is, perfecting what you do and what you love so that you can do it and entertain crowds with it.
You're always setting things as well, setting the tone for music. I remember a few years ago when you did the Tamworth tapes, we were talking about vinyl at the time, and vinyl's made a resurgence now, and it's great to see this album, Swamp Blues, out on vinyl, but also out on cassette. I didn't think anyone had any cassettes left, 8-Ball.
You know who buys them is the hipsters, man, those gluten-free smoking, marijuana-smoking hipsters, man, with the craft beer. And
their latte, whatever you call them.
They got old cars, and they have tape decks in them. And, every cassette comes with a free pencil to rewind it and everything. But basically, the cassettes are making a resurgence because people still like them. They like to feel music, and vinyl's the same. It sounds so good. The people will go away from a gig and they just want to take something home that makes them remember the good time they had. And I was so surprised. This is the first time I've made cassettes, and they are popular. I'll make them again.
Well, if you want to get onto the cassettes, the one thing I'll tell you about 8-Ball Aitken, he is a marketing machine, and there's plenty of opportunities to get out there and get hold of the merchandise and all of that. I love the artwork on the album. It's called Swamp Blues. 8-Ball Aitken's the man's name. Make sure you get on it, at least have a look at this and get yourself some of the merchandise, because it will go very quickly. And we're going to go out with a single now, and this is a tribute to Lindy Lou. 8-Ball, great to catch up with you, and we look forward to doing it again soon.
Oh, mate, thank you for the chat, and thanks for all the nice things. My head's swelling up. I'm not going to be able to get my bandana off tonight, mate, but you guys are good to us, and thanks for supporting original musicians.
She does a thing good like Moulin Rouge. I'm going crazy. She to blame.